Hey guys, Panzer J back here in Operation Skyfall. It's turn 15, July of 1943. So we only got 3 turns left before Boston Bruce is going to do the die roll to see if the game ends. So a little behind for the Allies here, but we'll do our best to at least throw a scare or two into the Axis. So it's 15.5 for the Commonwealth and 15.6 for the Free French. So let's get to our tech rolls. I laid out my purchases. I'm trying to do the power of positive thinking here. I laid out my purchases assuming I'm going to hit factories here. So we're going to go for factories, stage 3, 7 or higher, and jets, stage 3, 8 or higher. So first, factories. An 8 succeeds, so we finish that. There you go. And jets at an 8. 7 we miss, but we hit the one we wanted. So factories are finished, and now that improves the capacity of all of our factories. Okay, so $47 for the UK, and I think we're spending 46. We're doing 7 self-propelled artillery for 5 apiece. That's 35. A paratrooper for 3, that's 38. Colonial infantry for 4 is 42. And then 2 militia upgrades for 4 is 46. So we'll save $1. The FEC has 10. They're spending all of it. We're going to do a Gurkha for 4 and 2 paratroopers for 6. That's 10. Anzac has 14 to spend. We're spending 11, so we'll save 3. We're doing an air transport for 8 and a paratrooper for 3. And that's it. Okay, attacks. I think we only have 1, maybe. Okay, so as usual, I didn't get Pete's scramble option, but again, I don't think he's going to. We're going to leave London. We're going to take our 5 fighters, our medium bomber, our tactical bomber, and our air transport's going to pick up our paratrooper. And we're going to drop here in Belgium. He's got 2 infantry, so probably a decent chance he'll get at least 1 hit. So I might not take the territory, but kill a couple infantry for the cost of a paratrooper. Guess it's not too bad. Or maybe we'll get lucky and he won't get a hit. Okay, so I think that is... And Pete does have the option. He's got 3... Well, he actually has, I think, 4 fighters in West Germany, but... he doesn't have radar yet, so he only could scramble 3. So I don't think he'd scramble 3 fighters against 5 fighters, a tactical, and a medium bomber. Let me just look over the board real quick. I don't believe we have any other combat. Silk pulled a surprise. I thought he would retreat from Burma. Instead, he's going to make a stand there. So we don't have the juice to go into Burma yet. There's a fortification on that border, so... yep, I think that's it. Okay, so our 1 combat. So we've got 5 fighters at 6s. Okay, let's go ahead. See what we got here. 3, 4, 5. So 5 6s with the fighters. 2 2s, a 1, and a 5. So there's 4 hits. We only needed 2. So now his 2 infantry in return at 4s. A 3 and an 8. So he did get the 1 hit. So we don't take, unfortunately, Belgium. That's disappointing. We kill the 2 infantry. Okay, so the planes just fly back to London. So 5 fighters, tactical bomber, medium bomber, and an air transport. Okay, while we're here, here in C-Zone, A-23, 2 heavy cruisers, 2 destroyers, and our Canadian naval transport are going to move back 1 to join the fleet there in A-22. So put those back on there. Also in A-22, we've got 6 naval transports. They're going to pick up the 3 artillery, the 1 medium armor, and Does the Marine want to come or not? I guess so. And the Marine. So they're going to pick up all those units there in London, drop them off in Normandy. So that's a Marine, 3 artillery, and another medium armor. This coastal defense ship will stay there. I think that is it here in Europe. Okay, over here in Africa, we've got 2 rail moves in Africa itself. So we're going to rail the infantry and the medium armor from Cape Town all the way up to Transjordan. We're also going to have these 3 infantry in Lower Egypt move over 1 to Transjordan. We got 1 rail move in Istanbul. So one of the infantry there is going to rail down to Transjordan. We got a fighter in Istanbul. It's going to come out 1, 2, 3, land in Transjordan. Let's see what else. We got our ships that are stuck there outside Yugoslavia, and we don't have a port now, so we're kind of limited on movement. So we're going to move the 2 battleships, the light cruiser, the destroyer, the naval transport, and the sub are all going to come down 1, 2 to M4. I think that's where we want to go. Yeah, we'll go down there. I wanted a strategic naval move that naval transport, but I don't have a port anymore where it's leaving from, so that kind of screwed me. Let's see. Over here in M8, I guess they'll stay there. I really want to move them, but let's see, what has Pete got going on if the Italians wanted to get frisky. I guess I'll have to wait another turn. Okay, those ships will stay there, I suppose. Over here with the FEC, now there was some dispute about how many infantry are here in Calcutta still. Let's see, how many do I have? I have them as 3, 6, 9, 11 is what I have. So we're going to have, of those 11, we're going to have, how about, we're going to have 3, 6, 7. We'll have 7 of the 11 infantry there in Calcutta. Move over 1 to Bengal. So join that stack. So that leaves for now 4 infantry there in Calcutta. With the Australians, we got these 3 fighters here in Western Australia. We do have long-range aircraft, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and land in Bengal. And I think that is it for non-combat. Okay, so unit placement. We're here with the Australians, so let's place. So we have a minor factory, but now that we hit improved factories, we can place 2 units. So we'll place our air transport and our paratrooper. Oh, there was one more non-combat too, but place those 2 in Sydney. The other non-combat is we're flying our 2 Strat bombers from Istanbul. And they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and land in Calcutta. Okay, so For the FEC, we got 2 paratroopers. Again, our minor factory in Calcutta can produce 2 units, so 2 paratroopers go there. And then the 1 Gurkha is going to go down in Bengal. The British, we have 2 militia upgrades. One's here in Lower Egypt. So take off that guy. The other one is going to be here in Normandy. So take off that militia. Put down an infantry. We have a colonial infantry going down in Cairo. We have 7 self-propelled artillery. Our major factory in London can now produce 8 units. So 7 self-propelled artillery and the 1 paratrooper all go down in London. That's our 8 capacity. And I think that's it. Okay, so collect income. The UK saved $1, and unfortunately we're down to 34, so that's 35. Plus, I believe we have a 3 bonus, so that's 38 for the UK. The FEC spent all 10. They're at 8, and they have their 2 bonus. That's 10. And Anzac saved 3, and they're at 6, so 9. So I believe it's 38, 10, and 9 for the Commonwealth there. Okay, on to the Free French. We do have 1 attack. So, first purchases. I didn't even set aside, but we had $3. I kind of want to hold on to it because the only thing I can get with $3 is an infantry, but it's getting so late in the game that I don't know that waiting another turn to get like a Foreign Legion is really going to help. So we're just going to spend the $3 on an infantry. As far as the Free French, they have 1 attack. This naval transport comes out of port here in French Guiana at a major port and goes 1, 2, 3 to A44, drops the infantry off in the Vichy territory of French Morocco, and that's worth $1. So let's go ahead. I have all the Vichy territories are mixed in with Germany here, so they're down to 53, and the Free French go up to $4. And that is it for combat. On to non-combat. We're going to have here in Africa, in Sudan, this infantry and this medium armor are going to move up to Nubia, and the Foreign Legion in Syria is going to rail down to Nubia. And then, again, I don't have an infantry sculpt out, but just place him there in Syria. And that should be it for the Free French. So they spent their 3, and they're now collecting 4. So $4 is what they'll have. So let's do a unit recap. Over here in Australia, in Sydney, we've got 4 infantry, 4 militia, motorized infantry, a artillery, an air transport, and a paratrooper. The rest of Australia stayed the same. In Calcutta, we have the fortification, 3 militia, 3 AAA, 4 infantry, 2 paratroopers, and 2 strat bombers. Bengal, we have 12 Gurkhas, 3 Anzac fighters, 4 FEC artillery, 4 AAA, 7 British infantry, and 10 FEC infantry. So again, Bengal should be 7 British infantry, 10 FEC infantry, 12 Gurkhas, 3 fighters, 4 artillery, 4 AAA. Over in Africa, in Nubia, the French have 2 French Foreign Legion, 3 infantry, 1 medium armor. Cairo has an infantry and a colonial infantry. Syria has a medium armor, a fighter, and 5 infantry. M8 didn't change. M4, we've got 2 battleships, a destroyer, a light cruiser, a naval transport, and a fleet submarine. Istanbul, we've got a militia, 2 artillery, and 7 infantry, I believe. No, 8 infantry. 8 infantry. Let's see. In C-Zone A22, the fleet is back to 2 light cruisers, one of which is French, 7 naval transports, 3 heavy cruisers, 6 destroyers. There's a coastal defense ship in A23. In London, we have 5 fighters, a medium bomber, a tactical bomber, an air transport, a paratrooper, 7 self-propelled artillery, and a U.S. strat bomber. And in Normandy, we've got the 2 heavy cruisers in port, a U.S. jet, 3 artillery, 3 AAA, 7 medium armor, 1 marine, and 24 infantry. So that should be it for the Commonwealth and Free French. Turning things over to Global War 36 enthusiast and Italy.